Twin Force Fusion here, and let's get down to brass tacks. Yesterday I shared information regarding the Dyno, the gains I did with the front mount intercooler, with tune and without the tune. I had a nice lengthy chat with Matt from Ultimate Performance. Those of you know him as Dark Star in the Ford Fusion forum. And like me, he was ecstatic. He knew the thing has a lot of power. It just unfortunately he didn't have somebody to test it, independently test it on the dyno. Now what you have in front here is tune with basically all mods versus tune only with the BBK and filter. Now let me go down the list. The top orange and the top yellow, this is all the mods I have. So I got the Liver Noise Motorsport Stage 3 version 6. I got the Ultimate Performance Garrett front mount. Got a BBK 65 TB, the K&N panel filter, the Velasatech big mount, the MSD blaster coils, the NGK Radium Meets Rage 7 plugs. I also have a Stida catch can and a Stida blowout valve. I run Sonic Ultra 94, and the engine oil is the manufactured 5W30 Motorcraft. Nothing fancy there yet. One day it's gonna be AMSOIL, but I'm not there yet. Now, when I originally did my dyno without the tune, because this here, gents, it's without the tune. This yellow line here, and this orange line and yellow line. Peak numbers were 322 horsepower and 367.8 torque. Okay, that's the power the engine had. Today, with the front mount and the tune and well, basically everything on this list, peak, it's 432.5, which is a gain of plus 110 horsepower, and torque is 451.2, which is a gain of 83 torque. But peak numbers, you know, say something. By the way, this dyno here, it's exactly the same than this one. It's just I blew it up. I did a ratio of plus 129%, and I had color for you to see the massive gains, basically. And when I say massive gain, I'm not exaggerating. If you look here at between 24 and 28 RPMs, you have a gain of 180 torque. Now on my old Impala, when I did my tune data log, I actually did 2 data log, trifecta, what was very good with me. Intake, exhaust, header, intake spacer, everything. I had some gains on the bottom of 100 torque and 80 horse. Okay, I had, but not 180, but still on a natural atmospheric engine, it was good. And it showed because my best 0 to 60 was 4.95 on the Impala. Anyway, so go back here. And I also darken a square on each. This represent 20 horsepower and 20 torque. So that's why I said that. But you could see here under the curve, we're talking about 180 pounds of torque. And that's what I was saying yesterday. The instant torque you feel on this thing, it's amazing. And it carries on. Like, yes, there's a peak of 405 here. Correction, 367.8, because this one does not have the tune. And it carries on. You could see it's massive. We're talking about 26, almost 80, 60 to 80. 90, 100 of gains all across. And the horsepower, if you look on the bottom, like at 29, you have like 100 horsepower more. Okay, so this is huge, gents. This is huge. But look at the end, towards the end, at 6,000 RPM, I mentioned that yesterday. You got a 132 horsepower more at 6,000 RPM and 120 torque more That's why I say it just pulls and pulls and pulls, and it's a nice feeling. Now, once I get the cats, I'll do the same thing. Where are we gonna go from here? I have no clue. The only thing I said cats. I should have said downpipe. Sorry. The only thing I would love to is I don't mind this thing. Like maybe probably it's gonna be a little lower. But it's gonna pick up from here. And same thing with the horsepower. It's probably gonna pick. We'll see. We'll see. But again, I don't mind losing a bit under the curve with the downpipes, but I don't see how those downpipes will make lose power. It's actually the opposite. I send all this information obviously to Matt at Ultimate Performance. He told me he was probably going to post it on his forum, whatever, which is fine. I have no problem. I sent also all this information to Livernois Motorsport. Now I got to be on record with this because originally when I did the tests, no tune versus tune, I sent all the information. I never heard feedbacks from them. And same thing, I sent them to this morning. I sent them early this morning. We're at like 6 p.m. right now. I sent it probably at, 8 a.m. this morning. When I say 8 a.m., I'm talking about New York time, Eastern time, all right? So, never got thanks or hello or thanks or whatever. The reason I keep sending him up, it's hopefully we'll get maybe a version 7 or 8 or 9 with it. Would be nice if that's possible. But I cannot complain so far with the tune. So there is, guys. This is what basically bolt-ons. I mean, the hard work really is the front-mounted intercooler. You have to remove the bumper, but there's no cutting, no welding, nothing. So if you have you need tools, but you need the normal tools. You need some torques and stuff like that, but usually it's standard tools. And just a heads up, if you're gonna do the top engine transmission mount, there's some screws where the battery tray is kind of hard to get. So just be patient. And the reason I say that is I don't know if the factory mounts will handle all that power. Like I said, I already broke one just with the tune, and the tune did not give this massive. Oh, speaking of that, I went to drive yesterday. Man, it pulls no jump, no wheel hop, no spinning, which to my surprise. So it's too bad this weekend the track is closed for street cars. It's only the race cars because there's a jet truck and stuff like that. So it's too bad I won't be able to try the car. But 2 Saturdays from now, it's Mustang Day. So it's gonna be time to feed, and I'm gonna go there and feast away on horses. All right, take care, bye.